Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Hello, family and friends. I'm working a little bit on the Red Baron today, resetting up the battery charger so it's a little more firmly attached. It goes right in when I do, you don't want it to come loose. But on a more interesting note, I received a package from a company called uClear Communications. I've used their gear for 2 years now for my own in-helmet motorcycle communications. They were kind enough to send me a new issue that is more advanced. And I'm going to open it up, catalog the contents of the container, and try to do a little bit of a technical comparison of the one I've been using versus this new one. Don't know that I'll get to test it today, but if I do, I'll try and put it in a helmet and work with it. But maybe you want to go along with me and take a look at it. Let's see how that works out. Bear with me a minute.
Okay, let's find out what the new system is all about. But I think the first thing to do is take a look at my previous system, which is laid here in component form for us. This is the external piece. This goes alongside the motorcycle helmet mounted outside. And these three buttons, there are three buttons here, that work to control the entire system. Then it's connected via an umbilical here, and it runs through the helmet to these speaker pieces. These sit inside the helmet on either side, one for each ear. And the interesting piece about this is these are boomless microphones. These focus to the front of the helmet, and they actually pick up your voice without having to have a microphone boom present and then bring it back and run it through the system. I found it works quite well. I've been a uClear user for 2 years now, and I found it works very well. The most useful perhaps is as GPS, because when you're new to a system, as we are relatively here in San Diego, it can really help you find your way around. In any case, let's see what's in the box, what came from uClear. As I mentioned, I've been asked to be a partner with uClear and their communication systems. I agreed, why not? It's a great product and an opportunity to participate and learn more about their systems. And I got this priority mail through the system to our house about a day ago. So let's open up and see what's in it. Gary Cooper. It's packaged in a nice bag. We'll put the box over to the side here. I think you heard that hit the ground. Here's the bag that it came in. uClear Helmet Audio, uCleardigital.com, www.ucleardigital.com, helmet audio. What's in the bag? Let's set it over here. First thing that's on top, oh, it looks like a nice little jacket of sorts. Let's open it up. I'm very excited by this. We'll recycle that. And it is. Oh, this will be very handy, particularly the weather we've been having lately. This may even actually go traveling with me. We're going to go on a trip to New Zealand. But it's, I think the correct description for this would be an anorak. It's waterproof. It's got a nice storage pocket in the front for your GoPro and uClear equipment. I plan to use them together. And it looks like it would slip over a lot of other gear and be very lightweight. So this will be put to good use. Very nice. Aces uClear. Further into that package that they sent us, what else do we have in here? Our little bag of tricks. Oh, we've got a bottle opener. Very nice. Everybody can use one of those. Nicely identified with uClear, keychain on it. And oh my, wow, a whole deck of cards that includes 20% off on uClear products in the future. I have some friends that would love to receive those. uClear, you guys are heroes. What else do we have in here before we get in? Ah, stickers. Okay, you can never have enough stickers. So I will have to find ways to put these to good use as well. And ultimately, ultimately, we have the system itself as packaged and arrived from uClear. That's very interesting, very innovative. We have to remember that people compete for shelf space. I think this would look good on any retailer's shelf. All right, what do you say we open this up and see what it looks like? I'm excited. Separated the box and the housing. This is the uClear Amp Pro system. There are a lot of very interesting specifications that come along with this, but among the more prominent are you've got multi-point connectivity, which means that you can connect to multiple devices such as a GPS, your smartphone, and you also have hands-free voice-activated pickup and the ability to connect 10 plus people in intercom mode. Now, I've never ridden in a group larger than about 5 people, and in fact, I've never used the intercom feature on the amp or uClear. So I'm very much looking forward to that capability, because there are times when it would be very handy to be able to communicate from writer to writer as you're going along. As for instance, I need to stop for gasoline, etc. I think your imagination can fill in the rest there. Let's continue with our unpackaging and get into the meat of the product itself, the communication device and the connectors and the speakers. These are upgraded speakers. They're supposed to have higher quality sound reproduction. So we'll pull this clear plastic cover over the top, set it aside, and pull out the 2 pieces. Now, it's interesting because this comes, as you can see, with 2 bass units and 2 sets of speakers. So when I'm riding with a friend, now all I have to do is make sure that both of these bass units are charged, and I'll have the 2 speaker sets, and that other person, my friend, won't have to have purchased a uClear system themselves. That's very handy, because a lot of riders still have not embraced this new technology, and this will give me the opportunity to really try the intercom out as we ride out on a group ride, which is part of the fun of motorcycling. So we have those 2 bass units there, and let's carry on forward. We've got a box then with some stickers. As we said, you can't have too many stickers. And stop, do not return this product to the store. I've never had to return a uClear product, so I just can't imagine that that's going to be an issue. And here are the, looks like the instructions. Yes, these are the instructions: setup, power on, configuration, and you have them in Espanol, Francais, and I'm sure Deutsch, and let's see what others. Kind of fun to explore the languages. In Comunicador, I'm guessing that that might be Portuguese, Deutsch, and Francais. Well, it looks like there's a separate set of instructions. On one side, we have the instructions just to set up the device, just to configure it, and the other side is set up for the interphone communications, both in longer version and then in a shorter, quicker setup version. Let's continue our exploration. We have the charging base unit. So that's pretty nice. You can charge both those units at the same time. That's a very handy little connector to have there. Put that over there. The last item, do you ever wish that some boxes you could just keep digging and digging and taking more stuff out of? I guess that's just the kid in me. Everybody wants to wake up on Christmas morning 365 days. This looks like more charging gear. This is a car charging piece. Two. Okay, they've really thought of everything here, because I hadn't considered the fact that we now have the 2 base units, and you would obviously need 2 chargers, considering that were you riding with a partner, you'd be discharging them at about the same rate. Let's see if we can open up the other end here. Okay, that is an empty box now, so we've done that. Now, what else came out? Interesting things. These are the pads that allow you to place the uClear earphones into your helmet, and these pads will have a bit of Velcro on them so that you can stick them and they won't move around inside the helmet. I found that, and I see they've got some spacers here so you can have some taller type standoffs from the helmet and then some shorter type standoffs. I have found that typically the space inside of a motorcycle helmet is limited. Sure, that's not any surprise. They don't want it to be that way, and therefore the interior space is rather limited. So I don't know that I'll be using these, but definitely will be using these smaller pads here. Now let's go over to the charging cable. Here's the charging cable for one of the units. Got it. Open it up, and you can see how this function plugs in here, and this other end is configured to match the uClear device itself. These are the various mounting options that you have. We can open this up. Nice job of packaging, uClear. I think this would have withstood a trip through a typhoon. Okay, this is a little cushion piece that can go against the side of the helmet. This is a device that will spread and allow you to use this by sliding it up under a helmet. I've found these not always to work out because most modern helmets have padding that's integral to the helmet core, and it's difficult to get that through there. So those are for that option. Here is the mounting option that I typically use, and this is a, I won't call it permanent mount, but semi-permanent. This has an adhesive backing, and it attaches to the exterior of your helmet and allows you to put the uClear on. So looking at this, a little last piece of plastic that doesn't want to go. Thank you, static electricity. This goes on the outside of the helmet. Don't know that this will come up on the camera, but there's actually a bit of a curvature in here so that it fits the contour of the outside of the helmet, and then the uClear device actually slides down this. So let's take a look and delve in a little further and do a test run. Let's just imagine that this were charged and that we were just about ready to set it up inside of a helmet. Here are the upgraded speakers. They already come with some Velcro cushioning installed to mount on the inside of the helmet, and this is the facing piece. This will go on the inside of the helmet, and they'll look forward. Now this one actually carries a boom mic, and it's two-piece. We'll take that out. They're very small. Don't know how well these will show up in the background. Let's see if I can get a better view of them here. But each one of these is a microphone boom, and they'll go up over the front of the helmet to pick up your voice. This is the part that connects to the uClear base, like this. See if I've got that right. I do not. Let me turn it over. Just slides in like that. Goes in right like that. And then that sticks on the outside of the helmet. Nice matte black finish, won't take away from the appearance of that helmet. And these speakers look pretty hardy, pretty sturdy. Okay. Gee whiz, I just wish there were more to unpack. We always do, as I said earlier. But that's essentially what came in the package. I'm very proud to be a uClear partner. And the first thing we'll do is we'll test the system as a single rider type system, just as I pretty much use the uClear now. That is, I'll charge it up, I'll put it into one of my helmets, and we'll take a little ride, and I'll remark on any difference in sound quality and communication quality compared to the units I'm using now. But for now, that should do us, and looking forward to trying it out. Hope you enjoyed the unpackaging here. The next step, I'm going to get a helmet and I'll put it on the bench and I'll go through the major components of the system and how it works out, how I install it. Phase one of actually putting these two devices into operation is to, of course, charge up their battery systems. And I'm doing that now. You can tell they're not charged because those lights are red. In the uClear system, when these are fully charged, if they follow the pattern of the previous set that I had, they'll turn a nice soft shade of blue. And that'll let me know that they're ready to go. That will also tell me that I believe I have up to 8 hours of talk time and as much as 24 or 36 hours of standby time. I'll check that out and I'll make sure I correct that if I'm essentially wrong. But the basic point to make is that you can use these for a very long period of time. I have never yet run out of battery power with these on the road. Okay, we will talk again, as I mentioned, and we'll do that as we get closer to actually using the system inside of a motorcycle helmet. Stand by. Well, this is a motorcycle helmet. Motorcycle helmet meet uClear. uClear meet motorcycle helmet. Remember I talked about that piece that we added on the side of the helmet so that it was more or less permanently attached with adhesive? Here it is. It's marked uClear. I'm not sure that you could see that, but it is. And this is the base unit that we were talking about, and it mounts right on this little piece. So I need to kind of get a grip here, line it up, and drop it into place. You'll hear a click right there. It's now very well installed. There is nothing that's going to make that thing come off. This then attaches through to the back like that there. We push that in until it's well in, and essentially once it's charged, we are ready to go. We can ride around the world, listen to GPS, and thanks to uClear, I'm going to be able to talk to my buddies. Hey, I need to put gas, or sorry guys, need a pit stop. You'll be seeing that coming soon. Now let's travel inside the helmet. Here's the umbilical that goes around. Not too sure how well this will show up. It's all pretty dark and black in there, but hopefully you'll be able to see that if I point out, that's where the speaker is. I don't have a light handy to do much better than that, but that speaker sits in a little recess that's provided in this helmet. In this case, it's a AGV from Italy, and that's how I hear what comes through from this unit, and then speaking in those two little booms sends it back out. All this connected to my smartphone, and I can talk to the world. I'm literally never out of communication with the world as I'm out riding my motorcycle. So that concludes really the installation and the unpacking of the uClear equipment. Our next task is going to be to actually take it out and do it a performance test. First performance test will be single rider, and that will be yours truly. I'll be listening to the system and see what I think about the speaker performance compared to the speakers that I currently have and its ability for reception, etc. The second part will be the opportunity to go out and do a group ride with a couple of riders and see how that works, the intercom system. Quite anxious to do that, never actually used it. Anyway, thanks to uClear, all of you motorcycle riders out there, don't forget, this is really good stuff. I can't comment as to the other equipment. I always liked the uClear system, and that's what I started with. I can tell you that I've used it, as I say, for 2 years or more, actually, and never had a complaint in performance, never had to return a product. Just very solid communications gear. See you out on the road.